This is just a brief overview, sort of a brush up on how to set up your online classroom once you've been trained and you're ready to teach your online or hybrid class. And I wanted to clear up some terminology as well. I'm going to be referring to what's called a LEO classroom. LEO is sort of UMUC's way of saying learning environment online. The actual learning management system that we use was created by a company called Desire to Learn. So they're interchangeable. You just might hear UMUC folks referring to LEO much more often than Desire to Learn. But I didn't want you to be confused. They're really one and the same. And in this little orientation or tutorial, I'm assuming that you've already been trained. You may have found that training to have a lot of information, but I wanted to focus in on specific things that would help you set up your classroom. So for starters, I wanted to say you're going to already have most of your classroom set up because we have what's called a model classroom for every course that includes all the key components and the content and the syllabus, etc. You just need to go in and make sure you've updated key areas. And I'm going to talk about each of those key areas in small video tutorials that are just a few minutes long. So, for example, I'm going to cover in each of these tutorials separately how to update the faculty information and where to do that, how to update specific information in the syllabus. Like I said before, most of the syllabus will already be created. You just need to update certain key components, in particular the class schedule, which has all the due dates and the assignments and things like that. Then there's the discussions area. I'll talk about the two different key dates or timestamps. One's related to visibility, what the students can see and what they can't see when they go in. And the other is what allows them to do their work. The lockout dates are those dates which they can maybe see things, but they are no longer allowed to submit the work. So I'll talk about that in the discussions tutorial. Then there's the content area, which will have basically two key components. One's the course content, which will include like the e-textbooks, the videos, the video library, the course modules, and any other sort of notes or things that you want to add. And then the discussions area, which are the same as the discussions as above, those are also included in the content area. So it's just two different ways students can get access to the discussions. Then I'll talk about how to update the gradebook and what information you'll want to make sure you've included there, and the assignments section in LEO, and then finally the news or the announcements area. And the main focus there will be to make sure you have some sort of weekly announcements that come out every week at the beginning, somewhat mechanically, automatically. We don't want students to have different experiences in different classes. So we want to set the stage for what the expectations are, etc. I apologize for that pop-up. So in the beginning, I'm going to start with just the faculty information, and it's going to be under what's called content, the content tab, and you're going to make sure you want to click on start here. So let's go to our, let's go to the classroom. I'm assuming that you've already logged in to your LEO classroom, and in case you aren't clear on how to do that, you'll go to http://learn.umc.edu, and then you'll use your login credentials. You can also use campus.umc.edu, but I found the Learn portal is a little bit more stable. Then once you're logged in, you'll go to, here's the blue tab of menus, you'll go to content, and then when you click on content, you want to make sure you select start here. And it's an easy thing to modify. It's also easy to miss. Over here is faculty information. You want to click on that and it becomes editable, and you should see a bunch of little X's. You just want to include your name there. And then under course section, course and section, I'm going to include my course, Math 140 6383. Of course, you'll include your own. Then here under contact information, you'll see both an area maybe to put your phone number and your email. I recommend just sticking with email. I personally don't think it's wise to give out your phone number. It's a personal decision. I've never included my phone number. You have first name dot last name usually at, and then most of you will see at faculty.umc.edu. However, if you're full-time staff or faculty, you'll also have at umc.edu as a main email, and I'm going to just go with that. And then an alternative way to contact you would be via the pager, which can be found up here with this envelope. It's a messaging group. You can either have students send you an email through that messenger, the pager, or an internal message, so that it's not really going to your email inbox. It would just be going to the Leo inbox. And the way you get that is just by clicking on this envelope. If you have a red dot, that means you have a message that needs to be read. So I've updated all my faculty information. I'll just click update, and you'll see it rendered, and you'll be good to go.